Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage, episode 6 of the Project Escort service series. Now, I realized the last time I said it was the last episode, so I do apologize for misleading you. The car decided to throw us a little more content. So today, what we're gonna do is address a check engine light that popped up. It's not my fault, I swear. It's nothing I did. So we're gonna go ahead and correct that fault. We'll first identify what the fault is, go ahead and try to correct that, and get that little check engine light to go away. We don't like those hanging out. I'm not a big fan of something flashing in my face and telling me something's wrong. So we're gonna address that. While we're at it, why don't we just go ahead and do a compression test on the car? I have not done a compression test yet. I feel that the engine runs healthy. Feeling alone is just not enough. So I wanna confirm that the engine is in good health. We're gonna do a compression test and hopefully all our numbers are where we want them to be. And then, you know what? If everything checks out, if we can fix this check engine light and we can get a good compression test result, we'll be done with the car. Everything works great. So let's go ahead, take care of those items, and then we'll circle back around. Well guys, I've been driving the Escort GT a little bit lately and a check engine light popped on the other day. Kind of surprised me. So pretty easy process. It's hard to find instructions online. I threw a couple different resources together and figured it out, and I want to show you guys how. So first thing, your check engine light doesn't have to actively be on. It's stored in the system, so that makes it easy. So what you want to do, first things first, it's always best to do this stuff with a warmed up car, so just have it warm. And then you have a diagnostic port hidden right here, and this is on the left side of the car, the driver's side of the car. There's a little port here. Let's see if I can get a better shot at that thing. So it actually says diagnosis on it. So it says diagnosis, that makes it a little easier. When you pop that little cap open, there's one little tab here. You're gonna pop that open and it's gonna reveal all these different sections here. This is exactly how you want to set it up. If you're fancy, you probably have a jumper wire. I just used a paper clip. I've used it before for these types of things. So the ports you want to use are, I like to think of it, I don't like looking at it from the side of the car. I like to think from if you're sitting in the driver's seat. So you'd be using this top row. You're going to use the third one in. Now push your paper clip down in there. Let's see if I can get the focus perfect for you. So get your paper clip nice and firmly down there. When it gets in, it won't really click or anything, but it will fit really snugly. And then the other half of that paper clip, so we're in row 1, column 3, if you're looking at it from the driver's seat, and then you're just gonna put in this furthest one to the left here. So you're talking row 2, column, the first column. And then those two connected. The next thing you're gonna do is come around to the driver's seat of your car. Enter said vehicle. Okay, and now we're gonna go ahead. Let me get a good focus on the where the check engine light's gonna pop up here. Okay, so you're gonna turn the key to the run position without starting the car. And you're gonna pay attention. There's gonna be a series of blinks for your check engine light. Now if it's a long blink, that means number over 10. So say you have, this is just an example, 1 long blink of the check engine light and then 3 quick blinks, your code will be 13. That's exactly how you do that math. Now 2 long blinks followed by a 2, for example, would be 20 for the 2 long blinks and then the number 2, so it's code 22. So it's pretty easy once you get that understanding. Now it goes through all the codes. There'll be a pause with no check engine light and then it'll go through the codes again. So let's see what codes we actually have on the Escort GT here. So turn the key to the on position and let's count. 1 long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 was the first code. 1 long one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 17 was the second code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15 again. So it's cycling back through the codes. The next one will be 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 17. So judging from this, I have a code 15 and a code 17. Now to look those up online and see what's going on with my car. So I looked both codes up online, and they both have to do with the O2 sensor. So I've got a Bosch OEM replacement. We're gonna go ahead and install. Let's get some light on here. And you can see it kind of lurking back there. So it looks to be the OEM one. Hopefully she comes out. I've had some problem with these in the past. There's not a lot of rust here, so hopefully there isn't a lot of corrosion holding this one back. Let's pop her out with the new one and see if that fixes the check engine light. Okay guys, let's do this compression test real quick on the Escort GT. First thing we want to do is make sure we don't have spark going into the engine. So you're going to find your distributor cap where all your plug wires are going into. Trace this one wire all the way back to the source here and go ahead and unplug that. Now we won't have spark going to the engine. The next thing we're going to want to do is disconnect the fuel pump under the rear passenger seat. And that's to keep the engine from sending fuel in. Okay, let's climb in the back seat and disconnect the fuel pump. Just flop your seat open like so. Sorry about how dark it is, but you're gonna see this one little white connector here. This is all you're gonna need to disconnect. Sorry that wasn't the best visual, but pretty easy. Alright, the time has come to review our compression test numbers. On a car with this engine, the 1.8 BP engine, we should be looking at anything between 175 and 185. That would be a healthy brand new engine. So there's your comparison perspective right there. Cylinder 1 at 184, very healthy, no issues. Cylinder 2 came across as the lowest of the bunch at 174. Now, that's not necessarily a bad sign. It's still within range. Actually very well within range. We'll go over that acceptable range at the end. Cylinder 3, 182, another high compression reading. Cylinder 4, 178, still in that very healthy range. So if you look here at the bottom with the asterisks, 80% of the maximum is acceptable. So that's 80% of 185. So we're looking at a number greater than 148. So anything lower than that would be cause for alarm, maybe a piston ring or any other common cause of compression loss. We don't have any of that. Our lowest number being 174. We're looking at a very healthy engine here. So very happy with all these compression test numbers. Like I said, min we tested was 174 on cylinder 2. Cylinder 1 was our strongest at 184. That is a very good range for a 27-year-old engine with 97,000 plus miles on it. Well, here we are, the end of episode 6. O2 sensor is replaced, check engine light is no longer illuminated. We'll put that down as another win in the Escort GT services we've been putting on it for the past couple months. We also did the compression test. How about those numbers? We're talking a 27-year-old engine with 97,000 plus miles on it. I'm very happy with how healthy it is. I'm not surprised in the least, to tell you the truth. This car felt so good, and usually that's the case when an engine feels that good and doesn't have any issues. You get good compression test numbers. So super happy with how this turned out, and honestly, I'm just gonna enjoy the car for a while. Everything's running perfect. The car's in good health, no check engine lights, everything's running great. Just got the car smogged. It did require a catalytic converter. That's kind of a shame. You know, I did all the other stuff I could to get the smog numbers up, and it's just an old cat. You know, catalytic converters don't last forever, and this one had, you know, lost its ability to scrub up everything it needed to. So replaced that, of course, passed fine. So what's left, you know? It's fully restored back to the way it should be. I'm gonna detail it again and clean it up and just enjoy it. This car has been excellent. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in and following me on this crazy endeavor to restore a 1992 Ford Escort GT. This is a car that's overlooked a lot, and you do not see them, especially in this condition. So it's a fantastic performance bargain if you can find them. The condition of this car still overwhelms me today. Love it. Love the car. So let's enjoy it, and then we'll catch you guys in the future. I am very sure there'll be some more projects coming to the channel, so stay tuned for that. Again, thanks a lot, and take care, everyone.